Hey everybody, it's your guy D Wade, and as everyone know, I'm your finance guy. So check this out. I'm actually just breaking out, uh, just showing you guys the trade for today, which was super interesting. This is literally going to show you what I feel personally I think is incredible. It's given me the craziest edge ever that I know that's going to help like a ton of people. So I'm just really breaking it down for you just really quick. First of all, full disclosure, obviously you guys know it's for entertainment, blah, blah, blah. But the big disclosure I want to show you guys is these are real accounts, but let me show you. This is a real account. I'm not trading out of this account. I just did this as far as levels for simplicity as I'm explaining stuff. This right here, not over here, but the other one, this right here, real account. I traded, and it's crazy today. Pretty much either this is probably like a small loss or like break even, but it's $4.50. I'm gonna show you why the hell this is so amazing. People talk about risk management. I'm really finna show you guys like the real deal that I know for a fact that'll give you guys like an edge. So I'm just showing you that full disclaimer. You guys see real time data. Like, no, I really trade out of this account and stuff like that when you guys see on my like Instagram, YouTube, or wherever you're at. But the other chart that I'm showing you is for this video just for levels. So let me kind of get into it. So here's right here the times that I got in. So if you notice today, I'm gonna give you the quick rationale. Yo, today I was hawking puts, it matched with my setup, da 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 da. This one that I end up selling, I think that was probably like a swing from like yesterday or something like that. And I said, all right, let me just grab that money real quick and just call it a day. But all today, I knew 339 puts, I'm a freaking hawk this thing down. And the setup looks valid. I just got to make sure I'm getting the right contract with the right price and stuff like that. So if you look from over here, I actually, when I entered in, I should probably go to the 1 minute. Like this is the 5 minute. I'm gonna just go to the 1 minute right now so we know how things can be like very precise. So this is what I'm talking about where I felt that the edge came from. The edge came from is we actually have an options calculator. And what the options calculator really shows us, it shows us essentially if the freaking contract is undervalued or overvalued. 9 times out of 10, a lot of people are messing up in trading because they're thinking that, oh, it's my trading strategy. Yeah, it's probably your trading strategy, but half the time it's just you buying stuff too expensive because you don't know what that contract is going to be worth when the underlying stock price has to do XYZ, or you don't even know what does the underlying stock price has to do to fulfill whatever targets you're trying to hit. So I just literally go down through this like really quick through my trades. So let me actually go to the 1 minute and then I'll go back to the 5. So if you look right here, this is me coming in today. Craziest thing is this. I actually had a trade. So if you see coming out the gate, I'm like, yeah, this is about like 841. So if we look for that 841 candle, I already was looking like I'm waiting for a rejection. I'm waiting for the freaking rejection. So if you look right here, that 841 candle came to about like right here. So since I did puts, let's just say my entry was about like right here. I'll mark that. Yeah, let's say that entry is about like right here. I'll just put entry puts, blah blah blah, all of that stuff. Let me put this over here, and then I'll mark this for you guys. So right here, prime real estate. So as soon as I see which candle that I'm entering in, I automatically started to shoot back to see like, okay, let me figure out what the hell does this stock price have to do to get whatever returns that I'm like really looking for. So from over here, here we go. So this is the one that I already have from right here, but what I'll do is let me go. I'll just make a copy. I'll make a duplicate copy for you guys on this one. You know, just you can see like real life stuff. So if I go back, so I pretty much enter puts on this 841 candle. This is where I'm hawking 369. I'm like, yo, I'm finna tag this sucker. Let's go. Because I'm looking for a nice little break to the downside, which I knew that was gonna happen. Obviously, the move that I was essentially looking for the first time actually happened later on in the day. Whole nother discussion. We'll get to that trade as well. We'll get to that trade really quick. But this is the beauty of it. So check this out. I literally go. I saw what I ordered, and stuff like that. If you see, I'm like, yo, I'm going in, and I think I'm probably gonna try to scale in or whatever. Boom. I literally go and put my contract price in. So what was this one? Was that 76 cents? 76 cents. And this point, I bought 2 contracts. Boom. Off rip. I already see like, okay, it's already spitting the stuff out. It's already spitting the stuff out that I need to spit out. So the reason why that line is important is because I need to know where I actually entered. So it's literally on demand. Let me go. So was it 3749? Let me make sure I got that right. Yes, 3749. Boom. I already know. Personally, for me, I wanted to aim for a 60% target. I know for the underlying stock price, I probably got to aim for around like this 368.97, and I'm gonna hit whatever I need to hit. And I had a max stop of like 20. So I know if it goes against me, at worst, this 370.79. So I know from when I entered, I'm looking to sell around here, around this 331. I'm looking to sell around there. Now, what's interesting is this 369.97, right? I already have like my level kind of looking of what's happening. First of all, this calculator is not freaking trade bias at all. So you still got to know how to trade. It's just I got my targets or whatever. But you can see this stuff was freaking choppy-ish. It was just chopping. And I'm like, yo, this is... I already know the news, the interest rates, the means coming today. I thought that it was going to be like a nice little like bang, just like straight quick flush. Like kind of like how this one is, but except just really progressing, not staying in there too long. So I already knew like, okay, I'm kind of looking for targets down here, but this is still going to be like a little tough because it already told me for this contract. Remember, if you look at the other order, I end up getting another one at this 89, whatever. But I'm looking for this contract. I'm looking for this contract right here, and it's like, and it's bouncing around. So if we go to right here, 76 one. Remember, I look to do the 69 put. Let me go from where I'm at. 369 put. Where is it? 841. Okay, great. Now, because I see the... What the hell? Just in case, let me just change this. Because I see these premiums are like a little interesting. So remember, I got in at 841. So I got in at 79. I got in at 79 cents. Now, if I kind of look at the target, it was just that it was choppy. So with it being choppy, I was just like, you know what? It's just bouncing around. It's not, the contracts are not moving how I really wanted to move for me to feel comfortable. And that was the reason why I sold the way that I sold. So if you look over here, I sold it like 905. Where am I? Yeah, like right here, like 905. So if you see I'm in, but then it's still like a nice little bounce. It's still like a nice little bounce or something. But as weird as it is, the way that these contracts was moving, it was just like freaking weird. So because I knew just from this first one, I'm like, this is the target that I'm kind of looking for. I'm like, yo, this is nowhere near. This is nowhere near the price that I'm actually looking for. This is 368.97. I have a level right here of 369.47. So I understand this 60% that I'm trying to get at this time is unrealistic. And especially with it chopping, I knew like, oh shoot, this is going to be a tough trade. I'm really going to have to watch it. If you notice when I got out on the big one. So it's like, because I'm understanding that this is unrealistic right now. This is so unrealistic because it's clearly telling me the target is 368.97. 369.47 is where I have my level at. Bruh, this ain't it. You could maybe get like a nice 20% or something that's not it. That's it's not it. It's like you can't do nothing. It's like you can't do nothing with that. Walk away. So look at the contract prices when I start to go. Remember, from here we got to get this 138, right? So if we look right up in here as I'm going, remember I said I get out to 905. We got in at 76 cents, obviously 89 cents. So if you average it, but let's, for simplicity, look at the 76 cents. We go 76 cents. I'm still in this trade, even to right here. The max that we get to this candle is what? 109. Remember when I said 138 was the target that we're looking for, but it's nowhere near where our stuff is. So right now it's kind of like a free for all. This is where the trading comes in of what looks good. The high of that candle got to 109. So if we just literally just did simple freaking math right now, 109. If we literally looked at the high, that contract is 109 minus 76. Divide that by the 76. 43%. What did I tell you? I know for a fact I'm not looking 60% anymore. It's not finna happen. It's not gonna happen. So I knew to be on the safe side, you can cut it in half. You can aim for 30%. I knew that off rip getting that contract. And then when we got the more expensive contract, I knew that was going to be even less. So I understood, you know what? Just watch it. If it breaks the level, we're going to go. But based on the contract that you have, the move isn't there, which therefore this is slightly an overvalued contract based on the move that's really finna get ready to happen. The expected move that you're looking for is not finna happen. But we can get half of that. And as clearly as you saw that that's on demand. So I knew when those guys hit those levels, man, the people were going to go hard on shorts and they were going to get freaking crushed. But I saw that it was valid. It's like if it breaks this level, it's going to go down. And then from there, I got to read momentum. But that was on demand. So you guys see that was pretty much a 43% trade if we're getting at the high. That's why you see me like as it's bouncing. I got out this candle because I was like, the jig is up. I'm like, all right, let me do 2 touches, whatever. So I knew like, yo, just kill that contract, get out, move again. But that 369, I really think that's a strong level for a nice break. We can do something good. The thing is, I got to get in on the right breakout, which leads us to the other part of the trade. I got in at 841. I got out at like 905. Clearly a scalp. But look right here. I got in at 915 and I held this sucker all the way to 12. Now, most people will probably say like, oh man, diamond hands. F that, bro. That's freaking stupid. This isn't no diamond hands. I know that I have a level here. I'm matching up with my, indicators and whatever. All the stuff that I'm looking to help me trade better. And I understood that with the type of contract that I have, if I get a nice break below here, I think a possible move could happen. And I did not mind holding it, especially with the position size that I had, which was just like super small. I just understood the technique that's there. So now let's look back. I get in this one at 915. Let's go look again. Same freaking contract. I should mark that as, where's the 915? As you can see, this 915, look right here, 915 put, what happened? It's pretty much breaking the level that I'm looking for. So let's actually move that down. But it's crazy because I'm like, man, I'm really looking for this level. I know it's gonna go below this level. It was just more of a when. It wasn't if it's gonna go below the level. It was more of when it's gonna go below the level. And clearly I tried to go in there because I was like, man, I just want a nice scalp early in the morning. It'll be good. Obviously, I get right in when the next freaking reversal starts to happen and take it all the way up. Now, around here, guess where like you'll be amazed. This contract, I'm almost certain I was down like over like 50%, which is totally outside of my risk management game plan. Clearly, you guys seen the sheet for this strategy that the max loss was like 20%. That's why I'm like, it's not trade bias. But because I understood the move and I understood where the target needed to go, I felt comfortable because I saw momentum was leaving throughout the day. And with me knowing that, I know that a break is getting ready to happen to go lower. The thing is, I have to now make sure that my contract prices, which the contract that I had, will actually be able to possibly fulfill what I think is going to fulfill. Because clearly you see it broke through the level. But now let's really take a look. Let's really take a look at this. So when I got into this contract, I got into this contract at 102, which is 915. So 915. Where are we at? Up in here somewhere. There we go. 915, which kind of sucks because I actually think I got the highest. 102. I did. That sucked. So I got in at 102. I'm gonna mark a line right here so we all know. This is where I got in. And I'll even put 915. So that level is already marked. That level is already marked. So when I go to the other chart, again, that 102, it's at like 69.35. I go back and I look, yeah, I think I'm like here. So if I go back, yeah. Okay, so this is 35. Okay, I buffered it and also put 33. So I understood this needs to get the 367.29. I knew on the second attempt of breaking that this was going to be hard. So, but I did know that 368 was not too far fetched because of other stuff that I have. I'll explain that later. But I knew that 368 was not far fetched at all. I knew right here this was a strong level, but I knew like if it doesn't break this, then it's like I don't want to like do it. But when it breaks, because and especially if they hit the first couple attempts, especially in the morning, I'm like, man, it's the first attempt. I don't know if it's gonna do it. Maybe the second attempt. But I knew like, okay, this is getting weaker and weaker. This is gonna break. I'm sure of it. So I held through this whole thing up here. So even if we look, I got in at 102, right? See when the high of this stuff was. The high of this was about like right up in here. Yep. That was the high. That was the high of on the chart, but obviously it's like the low of this contract. So if I look right here, what was the low of this? 29 cents. So I let it go all the way to 29 cents, which is like freaking crazy. So think about that. I got in at 102. You minus 29 cents. Wait, my math is like off right now. Hold on. 2. Yeah. This is nuts. Never do this. Never. It does not make any sense. Never. I only did this because of how it was position size and I was watching the trade. So I knew like you're not gonna squeeze me out of this trade to have me sell all the way back here so it can come back. I knew because of what the contract prices were, I knew what that target needed to be. And remember I told you guys from here, I understood 60%. Just because of how the day is, and I saw the other stuff, I was like, this is going to be tough to break this. But what did I also know? I also knew 369.29 is my break even. So I knew, shoot, even if it go a little lower than this 369.20, I'm sorry, 369.26 is my break even. And 369.36, that's for me to make a 2% stop. Because of how I have my levels drawn. Do you see this? That's right underneath. So I knew it's breaking below this line. I knew even when it went up, it's going to come back to this line. I need to figure out how to break even again. So now I'm playing defense now. I'm playing defense. I'm down like 70 something %, whatever. But I understand it's coming back below this level. When it comes back below this level, I will be able to get out, break even. Now, remember, we do have time decay and stuff like that. I understood that. And even with the time decay that I have, with this being a 0 day, I knew when it gets below here, my premiums will start to go up. And I can start looking for my contract prices to buy this thing out and be straight. That is the beauty of the on-demand calculator. Look at the prices now. When did this stuff start to break? Let's look at this. I think I had 2 attempts. So I had to pick up my daughter from school. So I missed that attempt to actually like get out. I actually got a recording of like a screen recording. So you'll find that kind of funny. But then let's go to where I actually got out. So I ended up getting out. Okay, 12.19. Let's look to see around 12.19. Where's the price? 12. Here we go. Boom. I knew from the first attempt underneath. So this is 12.19. So guess what? You know it's pretty dope. I wonder if I could do like, okay, check this out. Y'all just stay with me. I know what I'm going to do. I'm actually do a side-by-side comparison. So you can see this is not a game. That's not the contract that I want. Contract. And cool. Here we go. All right. So I knew when it got below this level, like around here, like 11, this was around when I was picking up my daughter. And I'm like, yo, I got to figure out how to get out this trade. I was just trying to let it ride, but I'm driving and I couldn't get it. So obviously, 102. So I'd have been most likely aiming to try to get out like 105 or more. So let's look over here. It's like 11. Let's go to 11 something. What is this? Like 1106. Let's go over here. So it's like 1106. Where did these lines start? Yeah, it's 102. Okay, yeah. So like 1112. I'm going to go pick her up and stuff. So my contract's been fluctuating a little over. This was the attempt where I missed it. Right around here, like 1119. And let me see what the contract price. Let me see what price action is at 1119. Okay, yeah, down here. Below this. Again. And remember also, I know I got that level, but then look to see what my entry and my puts are. It's still below that level. So obviously it's like, just because it comes down this level, I enter a little bit below it. So it's like, our price can't be up in here. And it's like, I think something's going to happen. It's like, it don't work that way. So obviously I had to wait till it get underneath. So obviously if you see like 1119 from when they were showing it, we're down here. But this right here is like, okay, you can start kind of getting your money. You start kind of getting your money back. But remember when we said break even, that 369.26. Where are we at? Like 19. Where is this candle at? So let's look over. Let's look over here. We want to look at break even. Let's take this. Yeah, 318, 319. I'm sorry. 1118. And 1118 through this. Okay, so let's try to find it. Ugh, this is gonna annoy me a little bit. 1118. Okay, so whatever. This stuff up in here. Where are we at? All right, so let me see what I got. 3. Yeah, that's why I wanted break even for the time decay to start hitting. So if you see right here, there's 319.26 up here. So obviously we're like a little off, but I knew around this area or lower, I'm going to kind of be up in there. So taking, what's this? This would have to be, oh yeah, 369.26. Okay, if it's really starting. So that's like up here. So, I mean, it's close enough. It's close enough. A little off. Won't be super, super precise, but, you know, hey, it is what it is. I knew anything below 369.26 is probably a good space for me to be like, okay, I'm gonna just kind of chill. I'm gonna just chill a little bit. I'm not gonna trip. I'm gonna just chill. It's under my level. It's closer up in here. I'm gonna just kind of chill. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, 369.26. I'm actually curious though. And remember, these numbers, this number is with commissions as well too. So that's like a net number. 11, 14. Okay, so we still like 11, 14. Oh, that's 15. So it's like, okay, so we still like off a little bit. We like close. So that's when like the time decay is kicking in, blah, 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 all of that stuff. So point blank and simple, I just knew like, hey, as long as it's underneath this level, it's underneath where my entry is, and it's underneath where they're talking about this break even, I need to be looking around here or lower because I'm doing puts. But again, I knew, hey man, 368 is still kind of like 368 is still kind of like okay. Because that 369.26 is fluctuating because it's fluctuating because this hasn't hit in the money yet. So I understand, like, yo, if it hit in the money, like, we really gonna be golden then. That's why you start to see the preem start to come up because it's in the money. That's just the way the options work. This is just more of an on-demand calculator to give you like rough estimates of where it is, especially if you're going right in on a breakout and it's going, it's like it's just gonna flourish. But this week is just weird with just some of the premiums or whatever. So I knew based on these targets, yo, I knew for my strategy is no reason for me to sell. But based on this strategy is no reason for me to look at this 60% today. Because if you see my last videos, you'll see I had 100% stuff like this. This has been the freaking edge, just being honest with you. So it hit up here the first time. Boom. Now let's look to see when I start to go out. When I start to get it again. Because I know time decay is going to hit. So that means the price is kind of going to go further and further away. So it's pretty much like I'm going to have to do way more work to get it. So if you look where I sold on right on this last candle before it was time for the big old reverse. Look, I'm all the way down here now at this 368.51 because I understand time decay is there. So down here, I had other levels down here. Again, remember I told you, 368, very possible that I can go to this 368. But because I have a 0 day, it's really not worth it for me to stay in because the 60% is not there. So I'm literally playing freaking defense. And look, the high of this thing went to 124, 164. I knew this contract was a dud just off of that. I knew it was a freaking dud. And I knew where it needed to go for me to hit whatever targets that I need to hit. Like I said, calculators just rough estimates, but works for me though. And it's on demand. So I know what needs to get done. So if you see right here, The low, let's take even the very low of this candle is 368.51. So clearly I'm in the money now. Like I'm in the money. I'm like 50 cents in the money. So now I know, okay, we're about to get a little juice. A little juice is about to start hitting because I'm in the money. It's a 0 day. They're like, hey, this is actually worth something now. I'm playing that to my advantage. The thing was, it was not to hold to get that 60%. It was to hold to play freaking defense to get the hell up out of there. So if you look at this 12.19, if you look at, sorry, it's probably my cat that y'all just heard. I'm about to say, I go back upstairs. 12.19, high of this candle. Where was it? The high was 115. I got it at 107. So obviously, as soon as I see the open price, I'm like, I got out at 107. But I got out at 107. If you see, it's because I placed a stop loss there. Why did I place a stop? Because I'm like, listen, I'm going to get out break even. But because it's below my level, and if this continues to freaking ride, I'm going to let her ride and let her put out as much as she can. I know 60% not going to happen, but I'm going to try to get as much as I can get up out of here. So this trade was literally down negative 70%, and it came all the way back. Just from you seeing this, you'll see this was not a diamond's hands trade. This was very strategic with the method, mixing the calculator mixed in with my levels. And when I saw that, I knew this will actually give me an edge where it now fine-tune my strategy, where that strategy came towards you are not holding for 60%, but we are about to try to get to break even. Such as we're about to try to get to break even, at worst a little loss, and cover commissions. I knew that's what that trade was, because that breakout from when I got it possibly could have, if all of this would have happened at the moment I entered, it'd have been different. But when this thing went all the way up there, I kind of knew what it was. And I was like, okay, the trade is valid, but the contract strategy is not valid. Big 60% gains, not going to happen today right now, bro. You're not going to add to a loser. It's just, they got a whole bunch of news. This is not your A1 setup for me. That's why I did not do it. So I wanted to break this down really quick and just show you guys that this, what I felt, is the edge. Now, this is why I talk about the group as well. Now, the biggest thing that you guys can get, I don't mind showing you guys for free. It should be a link like either on this video or underneath. If you want to see it play out like for real, like I have a video where I can send to you guys and you guys can actually see like the live trade, like all of the indicators, everything, like real life, like why I was sitting there and like the real deal. Like you could just see it. So you'll see like these levels, but you'll actually see my chart, like how I trade like every day. I don't mind showing that. And then you'll be able to see like the contract prices and everything on the side. Like it's super self-explanatory. So I don't mind giving that out for free, bro. Like I'm not going to charge off of that because I just feel like, yo, people are trying to do this to make money and we're trying to take care of our families and just be the best version we can. I'm seeing the loophole that I think that's really catching a lot of traders up is they're thinking that it's their trading strategy. And it's like, no, bro, you're going after 50 million trading strategies. Like you can trade, bro. The thing is you're buying stuff too expensive and you don't know what it's going to be worth, or at least a guesstimate of what it really could be worth. Net profit, net losses, to actually have realistic targets to leverage your risk management and to get huge gains. So feel free, if this information, of course, share this. Feel free to hit me up, DM. It doesn't matter. But if you guys want that video to see the live trade, like how I really trade on the screen and how is that contract moving for real, like, man, feel free. Click the link down there and I'll make sure it gets sent over to you. Hopefully this was helpful. You guys have a great day. And again, my name D Wade. Everybody know me as I'm your finance guy. I appreciate y'all time. Enjoy yourself.